Hey, good morning to you all. How are you all doing? Have you ever wondered how to get your message out on Facebook without having to do a million posts or spend a shit ton of money? That's what we're going to talk about today. How you can do that in a really easy and simple way that Facebook loves, that will get you more reach without having to spend a fortune. Hi, I'm Sherri-Lee, and this is the Sherri-Lee Show, episode 18, I believe. And we are talking all about cover images today. In fact, we're doing cover image hot seats. So on Friday, I invited you to drop your picture of your cover image into a post on this page, and I'm going to do a review of the ones that were shared there. You can still sneak in probably. And I see somebody's watching, and I don't know who you are, but please say hi. Please let me know who's here. And please let me know where you're joining me from. And if you are a fellow Canadian, happy Canada Day to you. What are you doing to celebrate? I'm cleaning my house. Pretty exciting. I'm off on an epic adventure on Friday, and I'm going to tell you more about that because there's going to be some Facebook Lives about that. If you've wanted to run your business while you traveled with your kids and your family, that's what this is. Next 10 days are going to be about for me. That's been a big goal for me and my business. One of the big reasons why I started my business and structured it the way I did was so that I could work from anywhere and spend time with my kids and give my kids adventures that I wanted them to have. And that starts on Friday. So, it started a long time ago. But Friday's a new version of it. I'll tell you a bit more about that another time. So, your cover image. This is the biggest piece of real estate that we've got on Facebook that we can change and edit and use to help communicate to our audience, to our fans, to our prospects, exactly what it is we do, who we do it for, and why we do it. And a lot of people really don't use their cover images. They create a beautiful cover image that's a professional photo maybe, and they've got some words on it, maybe their website, maybe their contact information on it. And what happens is that's not super inspiring. Yes, it is a place where you get to tell people how to connect with you and how to do business with you, but you also need to inspire those people to want to do that. You need to give them a reason to do that. So the cover image is an incredibly powerful, underused piece of real estate on your Facebook page. And I want to make sure that as you get people liking your page, as you get people interacting with your content, you are using this piece to its biggest advantage, to your biggest advantage. So when you change up your cover image, when you upload a new cover image on your page, Facebook puts that out as if it was a post on your page as well. So people get notified that you made a post even though it was updating your cover image. Hi to whoever's here. Please let me know who's here. I love talking to people and not just to myself. I can talk to myself anytime. So when you change your cover image, Facebook puts it out as if it was a post on your page, and they notify people that you made this change, that you made this post, and it typically gets more reach than your regular standard post. So you want to change this thing up regularly, and my team and I are actually right now creating 4 different cover images so that we can change them up regularly, once a week, I think is what we're going to do, so that we're changing them every week, because I want to leverage and take advantage of Facebook being nice to me without me having to pay for it. Facebook helping me deliver my message without having to pay for it. Hi, Ted. Hi, Robin. Yes, it's true. Facebook cover images are so powerful. But you want to use this, you want to think of this the same way as you think of your image in your ad. You want to think of it as a marketing piece without having a lot of text on it. Now, you can't boost it. You're not going to be able to run an ad to it. But you still want to use an image that is emotional to your audience, that connects you with your audience, that shows the audience what you do or what the outcomes are for them when they work with you or buy from you or hire you or whatever the case may be. So you want to make sure that your cover image is representing you and that it's not just a business card. I mean, we all go to networking events and we pass out business cards, and how many of those do you take home? How many of them actually are memorable? I was going to say rememberable. That's a made-up word. How many of those are actually memorable? Right? We may go through and add them to our database, which maybe we aren't supposed to do. We may follow up with an email, but what happens to those cards? They probably go in the round bin, right? So let's make our cover image way more memorable than that so that people feel inspired and invited to connect with you on a deeper level. So now I'm going to go look at the post on the page. So you are more than welcome to come and add your cover image. If I don't get to it today, I'll write some stuff out for you as a reply. So if you'd like me to look at your cover image, let me know. Now Ted is here. Hi, Ted. And Ted is one of my students in the Empowered Marketing Academy, and I'm grateful. I can always count on Ted to be here and have a good question for me, so I'm so grateful for you, Ted. Thank you. And he's shared his cover image in my post, and he works with adults who struggle with ADHD. So he helps them live a more fulfilled and abundant life and not let the ADHD stop them. He helps them with coping techniques and mechanisms to achieve their goals and not let ADHD stop them. So, Ted, I work with adults who struggle with ADHD. That is the truth of what you do, but I would still encourage you to get deeper into the outcomes and a little bit more of the story in your description. However, you've got your cover image. I love the colors in your cover image, and I love the way you've laid it out. So, live fully with ADHD, Coach Ted Bear, your ADHD champion. Join my free Facebook group. Click here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and there's good call to actions, and there's descriptions saying what you do. Live fully with ADHD. That would tell me if I had ADHD, that's what you do. Coach Ted Bear positions yourself as a coach. Your ADHD champion. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean that you are champion ADHD? You're championing it? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I guess it's like a tagline, your ADHD champion. So I love the bright colors, and I would have this as your fallback cover image, that if you didn't have another one to put up, this would be up. But I would love, Ted, to see a picture of you coaching somebody if you ever meet face to face. I'd love to see something that is a picture that represents, and I know you can't see ADHD as, it's not a physical characteristic, so it's a harder one to express. But how about pictures of somebody who, has achieved something, is holding some achievement, or, saying, I got that raise, or I got that promotion, or, I no longer procrastinate. Something that represents the joy of what they accomplish when they work with you. And I think you could still have these pieces in there, but focus on the outcome, the feeling that people have after they've worked with you and they have gotten over some of their struggles. They've gotten some new routines. So you're telling people what you do. I want you to express what that means to the people you work with. And that's a hard one for you. It's kind of intangible. It's not like, somebody who's doing fitness or weight loss or has a really easy measurable. So it is a little bit more challenging, but I would really encourage you to look for pictures that represent the joy and the happiness and the fulfillment and how they feel when they have achieved these things. And then you've got your join your free Facebook group, which I think I would have a separate cover image for that. You're doing two things on this cover image, and I want it to be nice and simple. It's kind of conflicting. I'm like, well, which do I do? Do I like your page? Do I join your group? Now, I'm assuming you say click here to join your group. I'm assuming that when they click, they're gonna see the link to join your group, because you can't make your cover image an actual clickable, which is really kind of too bad. But I can see why Facebook hasn't done that. But if you click on it and it pops up as an image, you can put a link in the comments so that people could do it. But I would say choose one or the other. Don't do both. And as entrepreneurs, we tend to do that a lot. We tend to go, here's everything I can do, pick one. And it's overwhelming, it's too much. And so really getting narrow focused. Have a cover image that just talks about what you do. Have a cover image that represents the results that people get for you. Have a cover image that speaks about your group. And why would they join your group? What are they going to get out of joining your group? Okay, so those are my first thoughts. Let's see. Let me see what these comments are. What if we are not artistic in that way? Ted, that's a great question. I'm with you. I'm not super artistic, believe me. These things don't come really easily with me. So you can either use PicMonkey or Canva to do it yourself if you're really good at doing those sorts of things, if you've got that vision. But, you know, I hire people on Fiverr. I pay $5. I have to give them the picture. I have to give them the words. But you can find some really creative people on Fiverr that would probably even definitely would be able to help you find the image too. And I know that in the people I've used, there's an option. It's $5 if I provide the image and the copy, and it's $10 if they find the image. But then you have to be able to express to them what it is you're looking for. You have to have a vision still. But if you can't put it together, go to Fiverr and find somebody who can. And a few years back, now I have somebody on my team who makes my images now, but a few years ago I had one guy that I used over and over and over and over for my cover images. And he was quick, usually a 24-hour turnaround. So I didn't see your comments as I was talking because I was looking at another screen looking at your cover image. So someone suggested that to me, but I have not done anything with it. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Ted. You don't meet face-to-face. I didn't really think you did. Look at the image on the cover of my freebie. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't know where that would be. I don't have any way to do that right now. But Ted, those are some suggestions for you. And if you're stuck for getting something made, then go to Fiverr and you find somebody there who will do it. You just type in Facebook cover images and you will see all kinds of choices. And the other thing is we're going to have to test this. We're going to have to test a little bit. So it's going to maybe mean creating a bunch to find 4 that you can, rotate and use. But this is something you're going to be creating on a pretty regular basis. I use them as well for when I have a program coming up. I have the one generic one that's up right now that's kind of my generic placeholder, if you will. And then I have other ones that are for programs when I'm promoting a program so that I can use that space to promote the program. And then I have other ones that are me and my kids traveling. Now we're going to do this starting Friday. We're going on this epic trip and we're going to do a lot more pictures of that. And because I work with people who want to run a business that they can do from anywhere while they travel with their kids, those pictures really connect with my audience because it shows my audience that I do what they want. Then they're going to come to me and go, well, how do I do that too? Does that make sense? All right, so moving on to Mark. We got quite a few here to go through. So Mark works with entrepreneurs that want time and money freedom. Don't we all? Don't we all? So Mark, here's what I want to know. What will they do? How will it change their lives when they have time and money freedom? Because we all say that. So what does that look like for the entrepreneurs in general, the majority that you work with? Does that mean that they can retire their husbands, that they can travel the world, that they can pick up their kids from school, that they can go for lunch, that they could go golfing during the week? What does it mean to them? What would that vision be? That's what we want. Now, you could talk to 100 people, you'll get 100 different responses, but there will be themes that will tell you what it is they are looking for. Hang on, I'm having a sip of tea. So let's narrow in on why they want time and money freedom, what that's going to mean for them. That's where your juice is on this one, Mark. So Mark, your cover image, it's very clear, very descriptive. You've got roadmap intensive. It is like jet fuel for your business. Book your roadmap intensive, call now with an arrow. So I assume you've got a book now button on your page. And of course, behind it, that's a bright blue box. Behind it are roads. So you're showing a roadmap. Very, very clever, very, very smart. And yet I want to get back to, why would I want a roadmap intensive? What's in it for me? So if I was your client, if I was a perfect person for the roadmap intensive, what would you help me do? Not just more time, money, and freedom, but travel, retirement, savings, purchase a new home, purchase a car. That's the emotion, right? This is very clear, but it doesn't have a lot of emotion behind it. And people make decisions in emotion. Now, I work really hard to not make those decisions because I'm aware of that, but most people are emotional when they're making big decisions. So what would inspire them to actually want this call? Why would they have this call? What's in it for them? What is going to be the outcome for them to book a call for you with you? That's what I want to see on this cover image. Okay? All right, let me go back to the questions. All right, hey Ted, thank you for sharing the link. I can't go look at that today. I've got the cover images to go through. Maybe we can talk about that in one of our Empowered Marketing Academy calls. Hey Les, good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so Mark, I want to see more emotion in your image, and I want to see your images represent the outcome for who you work with, for entrepreneurs who want time and money freedom. I want to hear and see what that means to them. Okay? Bring that onto your cover image. That would really be more inspiring. All right, so Laura provides clarity for heart-led leaders so they understand how to use their gifts and challenges to make the difference they're here to make and find fulfillment. And what does that mean to them when they have that? I always go back to that. Listen, when I started my business, I thought I knew what my clients needed, and I created a bunch of programs and products and services and all sorts of things that I thought they needed, and they fell flat in their face. They were complete and utter, I was going to say failures, but they weren't failures, but they didn't thrive the way I wanted them to. And the reason why is because I didn't talk to my audience to know why. Like, I could say, learn how to use Facebook, learn how to grow your Facebook page. Why do people want to grow their Facebook page? See what I'm saying? Learn how to grow your Facebook page is not descriptive. Everybody wants to grow their Facebook page, but why do they want to grow their Facebook page? Sorry, I turned off my fan because it was bugging me, tickling my face. So I want you to go to people you're working with, people that you used to work with, people that you might work with, prospects, and find out why they want these things. That's going to be the sweet spot for you. Okay? So Laura, let me look at your cover image. Let the pure light within you guide your way on discover and live your life purpose. Let the pure light within you guide your way on discover and live your life purpose. Okay, so I don't know if that sentence has got a mistake in there, because to me, I'm like, I don't understand. Guide your way on discover and live your life purpose. Is that maybe your name of your page, discover and live your life purpose? So when I discover and live my life purpose, how will that change my life? Now you've got a beautiful picture of a woman walking down a path in a gorgeous forest, tropical forest on a path. It's a beautiful picture. It's faded out, of course, because you've got the words over top. How about if that picture wasn't faded out and it was bold and the words were smaller in a small box off to the side? And how about if we talked about if we have the knowledge and the trust in ourselves that our light within us will guide us on our journey, what that means to our journey. What does that mean to the journey? I think, based on what I can see from this and what you've said and what I know of you, if I had that conscious choice, if I knew that my light was going to guide me, and that meant I wasn't going to make any mistakes, really. I was going to have learning opportunities, but I wouldn't screw up. I wouldn't make mistakes, that everything had a meaning, everything had a purpose, everything had a choice, everything had a reason. Then would I walk more boldly? Would I make choices quicker? Would I live bigger? Would I not let fear guide me? Would I just live without fear and holding back, because I know whatever choice I'm making is the right choice. I'm going to make it the right choice. It's going to work out to be the right choice. Do you see what I'm saying? So that, again, that's like TEDS. It's a hard one to express, because how do you express? Knowing. But how about, like this picture that you've got, I think is great. I would love to see that picture bold, and I'd like to see your words less of the centerpiece and the picture more of the centerpiece. I'd like to see the picture being more of the focus for all of us, so that the picture expresses the message and the words are just the call to action. The picture is the story. The picture is what we want people to know. The picture evokes the feelings that we want people to have. Joy, calm, peace, abundance, fulfillment, all those things. And then the words are just the call to action. They aren't the centerpiece of the cover image. They are the call to action on the side in a different place. Let the picture speak to your audience for what it is you do. So Laura, I love this picture. I would use this picture. I would use pictures of people. I mean, I think you worked pretty close, mostly with women on the beach, women together over lunch, women really shining and showing their way and really embracing life without fear, life on purpose. Does that make sense? I don't think you're here, so I'm hoping you'll watch on the replay. All right, so let me see, is there any more? I think there's one more. Hang on a second, guys. Let me go through one more to look at. Yes, Anna posted this morning. She hasn't picked a niche yet. That's interesting to me. Anna, when you pick a niche, you will see your business change substantially. And I resisted choosing a niche when I started my business, big time, because I thought, oh, I could work with anybody. I could work with any entrepreneur. I could work with local businesses. I could work with virtual businesses. I could work with this. I could work with that. I could work with anybody. So why would I say I just work with these people? Why would I exclude those people? Because when you really niche down and you really get clear on who you work with, those become your ideal clients, and you work with them and they become your raving fans, your testimonials for future work. They become your brand ambassadors that just cannot sing your praises enough. And they become your case studies, because that's where you get your biggest and your best results. And then people who are not in your niche will see this and see the results that you get and see the work that you do. And they will say, well, if he or she can do that for that person, I wonder what they could do for me. I'm going to see if they can help me. And when I didn't have a really strong niche, I struggled to find business. I struggled to get clients because I didn't speak with clarity about the outcome for them if they worked with me. See, we're going right back to that again. Now, once I started being really clear on the outcomes and who I wanted to work with and who I could get the best results for, because I want to work with people who joyfully pay me every month and who I get great results for so that they can run around and tell everybody else, right? I mean, obviously I want people that I'm going to be able to do good work for, that are going to get the results that they want. Obviously we all want that. But when I pick those people, then the energy goes up in our business. The energy goes up in what we're offering. Their energy goes up about us. And that invites other people in. So Anna, pick a niche. All right, looking at your cover image, Anna. So this is a cover image. Anna's a certified bookkeeper. Financial freedom, balance, accuracy, integrity. So this is her cover image. She's got written on there. On the one side is a picture of ledgers and a pen and a calculator, and I'm working on my taxes, so I can relate to that today. But it doesn't make me feel good, right? Like I look at it and I go, oh, I got more to do. I have to get this done. It's drudgery to get my books done, and I've just hired a bookkeeper and accountant, and I'm so excited to get this set up and get going properly so I don't have to do this anymore. Which is part of what I'm sure you offer, Anna, is taking that away from people. Because a lot of us don't love doing our taxes, let's face it, most of us don't. So, financial freedom, balance, accuracy, integrity. Anna A. Soto, certified bookkeeper. Though she is little, she is fierce. I guess that's a tagline. I think you might be little. I'm not sure, I don't know. And then your email address and your phone number. So there's a lot going on here. And I'm going to kind of equate this to Starbucks, real estate agents, mortgage brokers, bookkeepers and accountants kind of fall into the same thing. And why is Starbucks in there? Because there's one on almost every corner. And there's a lot of real estate agents, a lot of bookkeepers, a lot of mortgage brokers. So Anna, what makes you stand out? Now, we all want financial freedom. How do I know you're going to get that from me? And again, what does that mean when I get it? To me as your client, not to you. So I love the picture with the ledger and the calculator and the pen and the glasses. How about a picture of a frustrated, disheveled person sitting at a desk doing that themselves? And the message is, go from that to this, and that's the journey. You don't have to do your own books. You don't have to be there doing that, spending a beautiful, sunny Canada day doing your income taxes and cleaning your house. Well, you can't help me with the house cleaning, but you could help me with the taxes, right? So position it, almost show a before and after. Before working with you and after working with you. What does that mean? After they hire you and they have you taking care of their books. Okay, I don't have to do my books now. What does that mean? Maybe I'm in the park with the dog. Maybe I'm out for a walk. Maybe I'm out on a sailboat. Maybe I'm at the lake. Maybe I'm playing board games with the kids. This is where picking your niche makes it so easy to express that. If you spoke to 10 people and the majority of those people said, if I didn't have to be doing books, I'd be playing board games with my kids, or I'd be doing something with my kids. Now maybe you're going to represent a picture of that disheveled, frustrated, exhausted person trying to do their books, papers everywhere, right? And the opposite end of it is a happy, relaxed parent with their kids having fun at the park, laughing. Go from this to this. Whatever it is, let me help you get from here to here. See what I'm saying? We're causing emotion now. We're showing emotion, and people are going to go, F yeah, I want that. But financial freedom, of course we all want that. We're all going to say we want that, right? But what does that mean? That's what we need to get to. The emotion. The imagery of that. So Anna, there's so much that you can do with this that would make you stand out as a bookkeeper, and show that you're not just the same as any other bookkeeper, because you are doing more than keeping my books in order. You are actually helping me have more free time and spend that with my kids. That's the piece that will attract people to you using your cover image. Assuming your niche is going to be, moms with kids. You're going to have to figure out what your niche is. All right, so that is through all of the cover images. And let me just go back here and see if there's any other questions. All right. Would it be good to do a short clip of a video from a talk or something like that? Yes, Robin, that would be a great addition. So you could do that as a short clip. You can do video in your cover image now, right? So you could do a short clip that shows you speaking on stage, speaking to a group, working in a workshop, implementing some of the things that you do. That would be one of the 4 that you would want to change up and put up there regularly. Great idea, Robin. And it really positions you as the expert as well, right? So if you've got a cover image that represents the outcome that your audience is going to be doing, is going to be getting when they work with you, then the next step is to prove to them, position yourself as the expert, that you can help them. So the video would be a great idea. Thank you, Robin. All right, you guys. So when I started my business, I'm going to just take a couple more minutes and tell you this. When I started my business, one of the things I wanted to achieve was I wanted location freedom, and I wanted to give my kids adventures. Now, you may or may not know, we've homeschooled our whole lives. They've homeschooled. I didn't get to, but they did. And I wanted that homeschooling to be location independent and about learning from life and learning about other cultures and other cities and foods and all those things. And we've traveled a fair amount since, in the last 8 or 9 years, 10 years since I've had this business, we've traveled a bit, mostly short vacations, 1 week here, 1 week there, which is fine. Travel to a destination, do stuff, and then come home. And it's always been great fun, and we've always had fabulous times and wonderful learning experiences. Now, we were invited to a wedding, a family wedding in Regina. So if you're not in Canada, that's 2 provinces over from where we are. So it's a fair distance. I don't know how far it is. I don't know how many miles it is. I should figure that out. It's a fair chunk. It's a couple of hour flight. So it's 2.5 hours flying time. And the wedding is on Saturday. And I said to the kids, do you want to go? And they said, yeah. Like, this is my dad's side of the family. He's been gone for a long time. My kids have never met him. But they're taking on my maiden name this year officially. They've been using my maiden name for a long time, but they're officially changing their names to my maiden name this year. And they really feel a connection to that side of the family and to my dad. They've heard a lot of good stories about him. And so they want to go to this wedding. So I said, let's go. And then I said, hey, wouldn't it be cool? Because we've always wanted to drive that route because there's so many amazing things to see from Regina to here. So, through Drumheller, through Vulcan, Alberta, where there's a giant Starship Enterprise. I'm a total Trek fan. I want to see this. And I've got a list that's not open right now, through Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump, where buffaloes jump to their death off of the cliff, to, Calgary, to Banff National Park, to Radium Hot Springs. All of this, just the adventure of it. I've talked about this, and I said to them, well, if we're going to the wedding, why don't we drive back somehow? And they said, great, they're super excited. So we're going to be driving back from Regina and adventuring through these towns. And we're going to take a week to do that. And I'm going to be documenting it here and on Instagram and on YouTube. It's going to be everywhere, documenting this trip and this journey. And it's just such an exciting journey. So expect to see some cover images coming from that, because there'll be some spectacular scenery. But to me, this trip represents what I've been working towards in my business, what I've been working towards in creating the business that I've wanted all these years. And it's the start, it's the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to come, and not discounting anything that we've accomplished, that I've accomplished before this. That was all stepping stones towards this, and this is a stepping stone to something else. But it all led to this event, and it's so exciting. Now, here's the caveat. We're flying there on Friday, and I'm not exactly sure how we're getting home yet. This is that fear thing, right? I'm in negotiations with an RV company who look like they're going to sponsor the trip and provide us with an RV to drive back in exchange for social media promotion with them. Fingers crossed that that all gets locked down this week. But I had to take that leap and book the flights and commit in my life, in my mind, in my head, in my bank before I had everything in place. And that, that's the choice. Do you live in fear or do you live in choice? And it's just, it's a different place. And getting here has been an amazing journey. And if that's what you help your clients with, if you help your clients get to a place where they can make a decision and they can live a life outside of fear, live a life in choice instead, then that's what we want to see on your cover images. And sometimes we want to see you on your cover images. I know we've got the profile picture, but let's see you doing the thing that you help other people do. Ted, I know you're moving Ecuador shortly. Use your cover image to represent that. Here is a guy who is achieving what a lot of other people want to achieve. And it is the fact that you're doing it is that proof that you can help them do it. Represent that. Robin, like you say, a video of a talk where you were connecting with somebody. Pictures of when you're at a conference or a convention. Robin, I know you've had some great trips recently where you have connected with a whole bunch of people. Pictures like that of you being at these events. If you have pictures of yourself with maybe the keynote speaker of the event, with the banner of the event behind you, that's a great cover image because that represents you. And it's the thing that people will look at and go, I want that. I want to be with Robin on that journey. I want to be with Ted on that journey. Okay? That's what the cover images are about, inviting people to join you on this journey and letting them know why, what's in it for them. All right? The Wolf Sanctuary, in Golden. Okay, Robin, thank you. I will add that to my list. Awesome, and Radium is amazing. I've been there once, so I'm really excited to go back to Radium again. Very cool. Did you used to live in Cranbrook, Robin? All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I do this every Monday at 10 a.m., obviously holidays or not. So, and I want these to be interactive for you and to help you achieve what you want to achieve in your business so that you can do the fun things you want to do. So tell me what you need to know. Tell me what would be helpful to you. Ask me questions. You can send them via message here on the page. You can email me. You can post it, and I will address those in upcoming shows. All right, so I'm so grateful for you being here today. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining me on this. Thank you for sharing your cover images, and please let me know when you've changed them up, and I'd like to see what you come up with. And remember, there's no wrong here. This is just test and tweak, test and adjust, and move forward and keep going. There's no end, there's no done. There's just what's next, what's next, what's next. All right, you guys? Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Have an awesome day. Happy Canada Day to all my Canadian friends. And I will see you back here, well, before Friday because I'm going to be doing a lot of videos about our trip, but I will see you back here. So make sure that you've got the page set to getting notifications so that you can see everything that we're doing on our trip and all the videos that we're going to be posting. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.